The content provided in this program is an independent production. The views and opinions expressed are solely those of the individuals involved who express them. They do not necessarily reflect the official policies, positions, or endorsements of the hosting platform Bounce Up Central Media Network or its affiliates. Bounce Up Central Media Network does not warrant or guarantee the accuracy, adequacy, quality, validity, completeness, or suitability of any information for any purpose. In no event shall Bounce Up Central Media Network be held liable for any inaccuracies, errors, or omissions with respect to the information in the transmission or any part thereof or for any damage arising therefrom. The entire risk and the accuracy, adequacy, completeness, validity, and quality of any information is within the show's content producer. In no event will Bounce Up Central Media Network, its heirs, or assigns be liable to any party for direct, indirect, special, punitive, or consequential damages or any other damages arising in any way out of the production that has been aired or is about to be aired. Thank you for watching.
Now the election back and I'll die away. In short, this is what I have to say. Let us forget fights and grudges and concentrate. Come, let us sit and try to relate. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come, let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Good evening. Oh yeah. Take it down a little bit. Yes. Yes. Good evening to all who are locked on and ready to was ready since yesterday. Yes, some people was ready since yesterday. Let me just take it on a little bit because I know some of you all, your air is kind of slow to hear. So good evening to Miss Cheryl Seeley, Lesbon Campbell, Miss Althea, and yes, I did leave a note yesterday on Jenny's program stating that I will not be doing any show on those days. I had some pressing matters to deal with and also some legal obligations and I had to meet. Good evening, Miss Cheryl Seeley, Donna Walcott. Yes, good evening. Yes, so we have it hot and prepared for tonight. Yes, Rennie Jennings, Rudy Judy, all who are locked on and listening, remember to like, share, subscribe. Miss Sarah Richard is in the house. Miss Marlene Panton is in the house. Yes, Shah. Good evening. Yes, good evening. Well, we will be with Kamala. Yes, people, good evening. No BE, no Niobe, and Wayne Joseph. Mr. Gibson is in right now outside, and he is living life in the fortune. They say when Mr. Gibson touched down, everybody just bringing things, bringing gifts. They would have thought he was the next prophet coming. So we want to say hats off to Mr. Wayne Gibson, who is locked on and listening all the way about how much miles and miles away from us. And we also want to say to all the people who have supported and are locked on, good evening. With Annette Moses, yes, if you didn't get your name called, we have about 4 more minutes. So if you want to get in on the action, 4 more minutes of greetings. And in the Mills High, Jah Rastafari, ever living, ever faithful. Yes, 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 we are in the land of living. We want to thank all the people who are in their maxis and they're on the road right now and they are taking in this program. I saw somebody in Port Spain in Town Center Mall and they stopped me. They said, hey, keep up that pressure, keep up that pressure. We need to keep them going, keep them on their toes. Too much distraction. But they love the program that Bounce Up is bringing. And they are locked on and listening every time that we are on, they are on. So we say hats off to the lovely folks. Even when I was going around the Queen's Park Savannah, there are some people who run around the Savannah every single day. And they said that they are locked on and they are listening. I just don't remember names, but to tell you that they are locked on and listening. Miss Patty Cotier, Daniel Williams, yes, Daniela Williams, hey, David Clark, and Miss Gayadine. Yes, yes, so let's get into this thing, let's get in. Because we have some things that we want to talk about tonight. It's very, very, very disturbing. Our country is under duress or stress or whatever you want to call it because the flag seems to be flying upside down and the flag has a new color now in it. Good evening, Miss Melba Smith. Yes, and it's Moses, I think you called the name already. Yes, yes. Yes, the flag seems to be getting a new. But fishermen should not be worried. You all voted okay. But let me just tell you all, we have 1 more minute to bring in those greetings. Yes, yes, because we have to start this program. Let me just remove this here for a little bit here. Before we start the program. I am so sorry. I did not watch my manners. Let's get in to the program now. Please stand for the national anthem of Trinidad and Tobago. Let's
I will honor my parents, my teachers, my leaders, and my elders, and those in authority. I will be clean and honest in all my thoughts, my words, and my deeds. I will strive in everything I do to work together with my fellow men of every creed and race for the greater happiness of all and the honor and glory of my country.
We just have one more thing to play because apparently patriotism seems to be lacking in this country. And, one of the things that we must play is this.
God bless a nation of many varied races. May we possess that common love that binds and makes us one. Let it be known around the world
Yes, so we are back, and we had to play that because there are some people in this country that don't know what is patriotism and what patriotism means to Trinidad and Tobago. So, just to finish off, Chris Hamilton, good evening. Course, good evening. And Miss Martin Philip, good evening. Yes, so I think that should round it off there. And let's start. So on Friday, a good friend of mine, yes, Anne Marie, yes, okay. A good friend of mine's daughter would have been murdered on Friday. His only daughter. That and all had me kind of down a little bit also. Because I always used to play that at one time, just I stopped playing it. But really, actually, I stopped playing it after a while. You much you know, long I playing it. But a good friend of mine, Naya Bingi, and let me get into it one time. Condolences go out to the families of Naya Bingi, and in the passing of his daughter, who was brutally murdered in a carjacking, and not what some people were reporting, If there's one thing Naya Bingi is preach, he has always preached peace, love, and to see that, you raise your daughter and somebody come and take the life of your daughter. And that's his only daughter. His only daughter they take away from him. This is the news item that will have been.
Father Brian Defoe, a DJ known as Naya Bingi, says this tragedy will not deter him from preaching positivity through music. Supported by Justice Minister and MP for the area Devish Maharaj, Defoe says after all his life of preaching love through reggae music and Rastafarianism, this killing has brought so much pain.
After all these years, I did all these right things. I got something wrong happened to me, and that hurts. But I wouldn't give up, I wouldn't give up that conscious fighting. I can't give it up, you know what I mean? I'll continue fighting, I can't give up. I just can't give up, It's simple, I can't give up. If I lost, nothing can replace her. Nothing can replace her. I'm telling you this, and from my heart, nothing can replace my daughter. No, nothing. But at the same time, it have to go on. I have to be strong for the rest of the family, you know what I mean?
Police reported that around 8:45 p.m., Swift was a front seat passenger in a Kia Cerato leaving Naya Bingi's cultural store where she operates a salon. A gunman came out of a Nissan Tida and attempted to drag her out the vehicle. In the process, he shot her before escaping in the waiting car. Swift was taken to the Eric Williams Medical Sciences Complex less than a minute drive away from the incident. However, she was declared dead at 9:10 p.m. Peter Clavery, who shared a compound with Swift, said he last spoke with her about a week ago and she was planning on expanding her business.
At some point or the other, each one of the people on this compound would have been here late at night, like Shadi. And the whole fact that you feel now, obviously, insecure, you don't feel safe that you could really push your business and do the extra work and do those extra hours because you never know what could happen.
Maharaj promised all possible support for Defoe and his family, adding that he is a national icon deserving of such.
and I had to come pay my respects to him and the family. It's really a tragic loss to the community, and from a personal point of view, it's inconsolable grief to Nyabinghi, who I have come to know quite well. And we are here to provide all the necessary support that we can during this moment of grief with him and the family. And the authorities, I understand, are on to the case, and there's no more information we can give at this stage.
The four responded to those who will view Maharaj's support as political.
No, it's not a political thing. If it's political, any other party, this is political. It's not, I met this man a couple of months ago, and he have a good heart, you know. I told him that, I don't know that line, I told him, and he said, he came to give me the support. What the hell on politics to do with that? Who came? Who came? Who really came? You came? Okay, you come for the news, right? But he came to give me the support, and I appreciate it, you know what I mean? I really appreciate the support. But we need it.
The four thanked all those who reached out and offered support. Jensen Lavend, CNC3 News.
Yes. Let me tell you something, yeah. Let me tell you something, yeah. Regardless of who was standing next to him, as Nadingi said, he came, you know. But at the end of the day, this type of death and murder could happen to anybody. And these criminals don't care who they offend and who they taking out. You can imagine she jump in her car to probably go home, go get something to eat. And that's what it to the woman. No, he's not a UNC. And people should not politicize this at this time, Mr. Denner. We shouldn't politicize this at this point in time. This is somebody's child that was murdered, regardless of who they. And that's all the man is saying. The man came and offered comfort. That should not even be politicized in terms of at this point in time. All right, so we move on. I will move on. So condolences, to the family of Nyabinghi, and Nyabinghi, I will check you most likely, if not tomorrow, on Tuesday. I will come and check you. So this is really sad. Oh boy, you know. You have to remember too, and as it is rightly said, Nyabinghi is not just Nyabinghi. Everybody knows Nyabinghi in the cultural world in terms of the business, the music. Everybody knows Nyabinghi. His son, well, one of his eldest sons also died, but he has one son who is following in his footsteps. You know, and at this point in time, he should give, you know, you understand? So, condolences to the family on that. Also, Right. So let me go to this here first. So it's back to school donation drive. Yes, the People's National Movement, National Welfare Committee presents back to school donation drive. Help a child to start the school year right. Sponsorship cost. Sponsorship cost is $172.10. I mean $172.10, and primary school is $121.95. So if you want to give a child a gift, you can go ahead. Let me tell you something. Me, I have already done bought my children book long time. I find it have too much of people actually waiting on these back to school drive, and some people getting 5 and 6 bags. I don't know what they do with all them bags, but they're having a set of 5 and 6 bags for what, I don't know. You know, and sometimes they don't need it, but they're just taking it because somebody giving it. And they need to be really a curve on some of these things, because too many people are having back to school drive. And when you look, sometimes the same people that go and collecting these books, you know. So they need to really put some kind of measures in place. Now, I'm not telling people that they can't do certain things, you know, but they need to put some kind of measures in place, because there are too many people who are collecting items for school, and then you see them selling it. Some people actually giving it to the same kind of people. Come, everybody come. So when people hear it are back to school, giving away in Tunapuna, they run up Tunapuna. When they hear it giving out in Laventille, they run down Laventille. When they hear it happening in Forestine, they run into Forestine. They see one person with about 5 bags. Oh God, have a heart now. So I don't spend my children to them thing at all. You know. I don't spend my children to them thing at all. I rather put my thing in a little fufu, save my money, and when the school term ask to get the book first, if to go and buy a book one time. Me waiting on no handouts, I don't want none. Because if it's that gives me a background. I don't mind, I will come and help you. If you want me to come and help you to do the distribution or whatever, no problem. But me, no, I can't do anything, boy. I can't do anything. I find in this modern day and age, you know school when I'm school, you've done put things in place, all right, you know you get a little school bag, no problem. But take one now. Don't take 5 and you take about 20 copy books and like 20 by 12, 20 by 12, there's too much. Every Tom, Dick and Harry giving a back to school drive. Every Tom, Dick and Harry, they had to know this thing, and everybody, if it's not media, it's this one, it's that one. At no point in my life I ever have nobody to come and bring no back, no book, no nothing at all. Because I try my best not to encourage them. No time I didn't encourage them. If you want, you can go ahead and give. But I didn't encourage it. You make the trend, you gotta help yourself. And people have to go into the community and stop just having these things, these back to school drives. Go into the community, find the needy people who really need it. And give assistance to them. Don't just buy a set of bags, oh, I be catering for 500 people, and they want to buy 500 bags. But when some of them people don't buy the bags, some of them don't buy the book, they don't buy the thing. Find out whether or not if they can afford to buy the sneakers, buy a sneakers. These are things that you have to think. Not just back to school. All right, you buy all the books and there are no shoes on the foot. Then when they reach in front of the school, the principal tell them they can't come in without slippers. or you don't have on the correct shoes, find out what the people and them, find out first, go in the community, find out who live in the community. If you're a community activist and you're really serious about what you're doing, you would know all who is in need and all who just play in there. I tell you that. But don't just be going and giving Tom, Dick, and Harry because they come, all right, give out, and you rock back and you're happy with that. No, it shouldn't be about that. It should be you go in the community, you identify the 5 families, 10 families, 20 families, you gather enough funds, and you go and you assist those 10 or 15 families with school books. Like the people who are going down. You go and you assist them. Those are the people who may be in need. But every Tom, Dick, and Harry doing back to school drive. People are running, yeah, and some people running them, yeah, and I will get a joke with them happen. Look, let me go on with them. Because I too will come. The only thing I come to a ask for it for is to give like a hamper. Or, help to make up a hamper, a good hamper, for the 5 or 6 people. You understand? Yes, the PNM having that, yes, from 5 to 8 p.m. on the 30th, August the 30th. Right? Well, let me tell you something, eh? According to who it is, we can investigate it. We can investigate it to find out whether or not if those people are really in need or if they're not in need. So let me move on. So this is the lovely lady who will be representing us in a pageant coming up. I think it's Miss World or Miss Universe or one of them. But there's so much pageantry coming up these days. And well, we will hope, or we will really like the oh God. Oh God. Just run by. Look now. Look. Why you stop it for? Stop it. So, no, you're right. Oh, God. That is a nice, but I hope the look, I need to Hey, Miss Mary Hollisworth, you find us, man. You find us. Oh, God. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Oh, you stop it. We are hoping to get this lovely woman on our program very soon. And we want to interview her and get her perspective as she's wanting to represent Trinidad and Tobago in an international pageant. So, stay tuned for her. She'll be coming. All right. Let me go to this one, No, no, let me pull back that. We go deal with Egypt. We go deal with Egypt. We go deal with Egypt now. All right, and somebody would have sent me this here. All right, and they said that it is alleged that this young man would have told a lady phone in San Juan. This thing sounds so shady, yeah, but it has happened. She paid 2,000 to get it back, and he raped her. It is alleged that he raped her in the process. I always tell people if you're going to collect anything, please do it by the police station. You're doing a transaction, do it by the police station. Don't go and collect or pay no money to nobody, and you're not by the police station for some witness or something. Don't do it. Over and over, people keep telling you the same thing. And now it is alleged that the man, he get it 2,000 off and still rape the woman. And still rape her. Because why? They don't listen. And the more you keep talking and you're telling people, it's like they're not listening. Yeah. But they really say who don't hear this thing, you know. Let me put something here. Because when I start, I don't want to stop. Going straight up, eh? Now, if you are lighten up the mood a little bit, because we're going to talk some heavy stuff coming up, you know, and we're going to call them out. You got to call them out on what their actions are. You're telling them don't go and don't go somewhere, they're still running to go. I don't know why. Well, they don't want to listen, so we will tell them again. They will tell them again. I don't know what to tell them again and again and again. Yes, oh God. Hey. All right. Yes, I have some things I want to show you here. I have some things I want to show you here, but I ain't seeing that. You understand how it in with you, but I want to show you the video here. I want to show you the video. Right. Let me see if I get that. Yeah, you sent all the things. I don't know if you see the one in Eastgate, where the woman hit to be a square. She hit to be a square. She in Eastgate. Oh, the video. The video. Right? Me get the other one here. And we going into some deep, deep, deep shit. Because this thing seems not to be stopping at all. Alright. So let me go. Let me go. Let me go. I want you to take in this. Tell me what your thoughts on these two fellows is. Take it in first and then we'll discuss before we get into our substantive talk that we want to deal with. Take in it. Oh boy! Yeah! Yeah! The two dogs fighting, you know. The two dogs get into the bacchanal. But the two owners decide to fight. And if you realize, instead of the dog protect the owners, the dog decide to continue to fight. And the owners fighting among, you know, that is where it falls. It's always yellow versus the red. Oh boy, let me play it again for you. Oh yes, hey, you're right. I didn't really think about it. Imagine the yeah boy. That is where Paul politics. That is where Paul politics. Look, yellow UNC fighting, you know. Yeah boy, I didn't look at it that way. Hello? Yes, my husband. Yeah, so Yes. So that was that. Nah, we wait so long. We wait too long. But I want to take in this. This was from St. Vincent. This was from St. Vincent. And here it is. Tell me what you think about this. Listen to this.
When they acting highty-tighty, then come carnival, they forget decency. Dressed in skimpy wear, behaving naughty. Eastern Parkway, St. Vincent to Trinidad, band or DJ. Once the music starts, they behaving bad. West Indian women, too rude when it's carnival. They too rude. Hips gyrating, they're too rude. Bosom vibrating, they're too rude. West Indian women, too rude. Come to the morning, they're too rude. Look what they're doing, they're too rude. Look what they're doing, they're too rude.
Oh, yeah, yeah. By popular demand. Oh, take it, this man radio we doing it. Watch it.
Too rude when it's carnival. They're too rude.
That was the beginning.
West Indian girls does amuse me when they acting highty-tighty. Then come carnival, they forget decency. Dressed in skimpy wear, behaving naughty. Eastern Parkway, St. Vincent to Trinidad, band or DJ. Once the music starts, they behaving bad. West Indian women, too rude when it's carnival. They're too rude. Hips gyrating, they're too rude. Bosom vibrating, they're too rude. West Indian women, too rude. Come to the morning, they're too rude. Look what they're doing, they're too rude. Look what they're doing, they're too rude.
Yeah, so that was the man all the way from St. Vincent. That was the man all the way from St. Vincent. And well, the man's thinking about the too rude. He's thinking about the too rude. Right? He's thinking about the too rude. He's from St. Vincent in their carnival that they had. And he seems to be making he seems to be making the rounds around the world at this point in time. Oh, hey, hey. Well, he may be very well the new funny, may very well. well, hey, he may be very well the new funny, so we never know. We never know. Oh God, they too rude, they too rude. They too rude. You know. Hey. Oh God. Oh God. You know. So let me let me take a little break. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Hey. You know. Let me take a break. We'll be right back. Let me take a break. We'll be right back.
Dauntless Defenders of Good Governance. Join host Fearless Warrior and the Dauntless crew every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Tune in each week for enlightening discussions, special guest interviews, on-the-scene coverage of news, political events, and all topics related to good governance. Watch the show live on our Bounce Up Central platform and social media channels, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Keep the conversation going, even after the show. Chat in real time on our 24-hour live chat on Bounce Up Central. For more news, informative content, entertainment, special events, discussion forums, Bounce Up Radio, TGIF watch parties, and to even bus a mark anonymously, visit our Bounce Up Central Community Hub, the platform that's Weeting, created for we, by we.
All right, so let's get into it tonight. Let's get into it tonight. And just to let you all know that tomorrow, I don't know, Caribbean soul looking for a man, but they're the wrong man looking for here. I like the former Prime Minister. Nobody put in no finger, nothing up in my anus. Nobody. So I don't know what's wrong with Caribbean soul. And if we come with the Punisher, so somebody must be doing him something. But so let me get into it. Tomorrow will be the members of World Credit Union. Tomorrow the members of World Credit Union will be heading to the court tomorrow. So tomorrow I will be heading to the courthouse tomorrow as an injunction was filed against World Credit Union, and the injunction was filed and it was served on the board of World Credit Union, and tomorrow is the big court day. The big court day is tomorrow, so all World Credit Union members, you have taken the stand and you are now pursuing your matter to the High Court of Trinidad and Tobago for determination since the Commissioner's Department have been compromised. So with the Cooperative Commissioner, the Commissioner for Cooperative Department has been compromised. The board seems to be doing their own thing and not listening to the members of Work Credit Union. The initiative now, we have decided that it has now gone to take the matter to the High Court of Trinidad and Tobago. There's a young lawyer who will be leading this case experience, and it's a big case you'll be taking on. And trust me, as one person said, he reminds her of a big lawyer in Trinidad and Tobago. She Guyanese born. She lives in Trinidad. And let me tell you something. The argument that will be put forward tomorrow, let's see how it goes down in the High Court tomorrow morning. And, you know, I will be bringing it to you. I will be bringing the information back to you on how that goes tomorrow. So all eyes will be on the High Court tomorrow for Work Credit Union. So the members versus the board of Work Credit Union. And also maybe a defendant in this thing, maybe the cooperative, the department, since they like to put themselves involved in the thing. But also, Eastern Credit Union will be having their AGM. Their AGM will be coming up. They have put out their notice, and they will be having their AGM because they too also had, and they have some other matters in the High Court against the Commissioner for Cooperative, who seems to be meddling in credit union business. They meddle in a number of credit union business too far. They can't be judge, jury, and executioner in these matters. And the Commissioner must learn to stop it now. Because those persons who are in the Commissioner's Department don't know they are from the foot in what it is they're doing. So, all the Ms. Beckers and they will be having a press conference tomorrow. All right. So, well, by that time, our matter should be completed, and I will try my utmost best to get over to that press conference tomorrow. So, I will be probably attending the press conference tomorrow. It's only one of me, so, and there's many things that I have to deal with. I have some matters also with the armed force security company to deal with, and so I also have some matters that I'm also currently engaged with. So we are going to the court for Work Credit Union Board. So we'll be heading to the court on that matter tomorrow morning. So I think our matter is at 9 o'clock. I think the matter will be called. So hopefully we'll have that matter have a resolution. We filed our documents. We paid World Credit Union. So that is breaking news to all members of all board members who didn't know, now they know. So all board members who were paid on Friday, the matter will be called on Monday. It's a matter of urgency to remove. So the matter will be dealing with the governance issue of the credit union. So we have put forward our argument. Let's see what both credit union board and their lawyers put forward as their argument. So Caribbean food, you know. I don't know why it is from here. No. You playing a fit man. Go from here. You know what it is. Go from here. Seriously. Right. Oh, okay. Well, I know block him again. So, tomorrow is big showdown day in the port of Trinidad and Tobago with World Credit Union members taking the ball to the court. The Commissioner for Cooperatives have paid the membership, so now they have decided they're going to the court. This is a serious matter. And let me tell you something. This is not all the meeting tomorrow. It will be on Tuesday. The meeting tomorrow will be on Tuesday. Right? So you come back again. But when you look now, over Benfold, you can hear a little time out and come back. Alright, well, alright, let me see, abandoning here. Yeah. So tomorrow is that big court matter. So court will be tomorrow in session for me, and then I'll probably, according to what time the press conference is tomorrow, I'll be heading over to the press conference, and I will try to bring it to you live. I realize that we have been having some issues with the audio from the press conference. Now you can't feel me like me, I don't like it. And I don't like man. So wrong thing super thing. But that he probably one of them who came in and was looking for wife or looking. You don't like people from Grenada. But tomorrow is court, and now yes, World Credit Union have a matter to tomorrow. A high court matter. The membership, Jimmy, is taking the ball to court. Yeah. So, and let me tell you something, the Commissioner for Cooperatives has interfered with a supervisory committee investigation into the board. The Commissioner for Cooperatives has interfered with a very serious investigation that the supervisory committee was investigating on the board. They had to they called on the board to to have the meeting to present the case to the general membership, and the board went to the commissioner's department, and somebody decided they write the supervisory committee, they write back the board and said that the president is to be reinstated. The consultant who was supposed to be, it's all kind of madness that is happening. No, I'm going to the press conference tomorrow. I'm going to the press conference tomorrow. Well, that matter is what is going before the High Court tomorrow. that matter was going before the High Court for the membership to have their meeting to have the special general meeting so that the supervisory committee could lay the respective allegations or to let the membership know what is going on in the credit union with the board. So they can run, they can hide. It is now public knowledge. Tomorrow is court for the board. So the board will be in court with the membership. So the membership has now taken the board to court. This is an unprecedented. This is unprecedented, and this is what we call a big, massive showdown that is taking place. Because for the membership to take the board to court, this is serious, serious, serious. This is serious, serious, serious thing that will be now happening in this place. And again, I am calling the credit union needs to be removed from under the commissioner for cooperatives in order for it to grow. It outlived the time with the commissioner's department. A $19 billion organization, and the commissioner for cooperatives has lost its role and its function and its way in which it's supposed to be operating, and it's not operating within the laws of Trinidad and Tobago. They are operating ad hoc, they are doing what they want, and it must come to a stop now. And we are carrying them to the High Court and let the court decide on that particular matter. So you will get the results of that tomorrow, and tomorrow I will try my utmost best to go to the press conference so that you can hear what is happening at that press conference, and we will also be asking questions at the press conference also. So stay tuned for that. Now, let me get into my substantive matter now. Let me get into my substantive matter now. Well, one of. No, let me deal with it in this fully. Let me deal with it first. Listen to me.
That it was cancelled by the government of the day, by Kamala Prasad Bisasa. Why this uproar? So you're not naked. I had to make my inquiries because all my people is PNM. So I want Penelope Beckles, Marvin Gonzalez, Faris Elwari, Amy Brown, to tell us, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, did the PNM plan to have their operatives in the Independence Day parade, would it have been held? Boo the UNC and boo Kamala Prasad Bisasa like they did in Woodford Square? Was that the plan? Intelligence.
Now he said that he have intelligence. He said that he have intelligence that PNM people coming out there, the reason why PNM people want to have the whole thing is because they want to boo Kamala Prasad Bisasa. So what if they want to boo Kamala Prasad Bisasa? I don't understand him. And then on top of it, he says that he has PNM friends. A little bit close with PNM friends. And I want to know, okay, if the people want to boo the woman, So what is the problem? She don't like embarrassment. She done embarrassment. She fell all over the place already. It's not me was falling down all over the place, vomiting and vomiting and peeing down no car. It's not me who was saying that. I wasn't saying them things. So I don't understand where the was stupidness coming out from. With nothing, whether they were bushy or they were bushy. The country right now is in a state. The country right now in a state where people have no money. They get no help from social welfare. They're taking away people's social welfare grants. Eh? They're doing all kinds of madness. As the contract comes to an end, they fire you. They're not renewing it. Imagine, look now, and you talking about don't get book? The woman entitled to get some damn bullshit here. What is the problem? What is the problem? They don't have an outlet. If that is the outlet in which they get sent a message to come up with that and to the internet, and let because you have media who will be covering it, social media, you have all the different people media, international media also. If that is the time when she get booed, so what? We are doing this country already in front of people, in front of a sitting president already. So you talking about? And it's because of what you are doing and bringing down the country, the people will boo you. If the people was getting help and things was happening, the people will not have boo you. They would have said yes, yes, and they would have church on. But things not happening. The place right now dead. When I tell it's dead, it's dead. No money in the place. There is no money turning over, no spending, you know. Nothing is happening, and you studying whether or not if you get boo and all them dotages because your intelligence telling you that like yesterday kind of shit, you know. And these fellows are be sitting down in our parliament and we must call them honorable. I will never call these fellows honorable. Kamla. I don't care. You can't respect an office if the office don't respect you. Let me be real. If the person holding the office don't respect the people of Trinidad and Tobago, why should I respect you? This is madness. This is madness. Nothing is happening in the country. The country is at standstill. People lost in the job. Then tell no, it's only 30,000. Imagine a man was working in HDC for 25 years. 25 years. You know what I tell the man? After the contract comes to an end, they fire him. They bring in 2 supervisors to work inside a day. They see a young girl because she's from down in Philadelphia. You know what they tell the girl? Yeah, you encouraging workers in HEC to fight the supervisor. What kind of bullshit? These are real stories that they have to put with, you know. These people are behaving as though they are untouchable. They can't tell them nothing. You can't cut them. You can't say they want to say. I don't want to hear nothing about Kamala Prasad. She has been doing more destruction to Trinidad and Tobago than even than 40 years. We gone way back, way back. And this stupid jackass naked want to talk about what? He have intelligence and whether things and this and that, the other. Yeah, no. Let me remove that. Let me remove that piece of shit off the teeth. Yeah. How could we have respect for people like Kamala Prasad Bissessar? How? How they want people to? I don't understand that. You get when the mountain come, you surety. Kamala and them surety. They get in the salary at the end of the month. They making sure that money in the bank at the end of the month. Look at 51-year-old man committed suicide. Because when you have to face the children every day, daddy are hungry, daddy wait to eat, daddy going out there, no work. Everywhere you go, the Benny's gonna take over. The Benny's working all the places. Long time you get working at the store. You're trying to get a work for the summer holidays. Nobody, only Benny's. And I must just say one. The honor my ass. That's why it is. Honor my ass. This is bullshit. Thousands of people on the breadline. And you come in to talk about whether or not if she should get boo or not get boo. This is madness. So that's why I pull up the SOE. I mean, I pull up independent. Because we're afraid that the woman that is old witch, who is now a dictator in the whole Caribbean game boo, that's what it said. Something has to be wrong with this woman. Something really had to be wrong with this woman. You can't be serious. You can't be serious. You right now put Trinidad and Tobago under serious pressure. What is that old check about? What is that old check? Anybody know the meaning of what is that old check about? Because I was trying to figure out, you put this country under some serious pressure. Now we have warship. And you siding. You and Guyana must be the only two countries that siding with the United States of America. Take care of this foolishness. Imagine that, and we must follow it honorable. Today or tomorrow we wake up. Today or tomorrow we wake up because things are, the tension is really high out in the season. The tension is really high out on the seas. The tension even in Trinidad. People balling. They're balling. And yet, the Palestinian market empty. Empty. Nobody is buying. They can't afford. They can't afford. And you study whether or not they will get boo or they will get boo. Something wrong with these men and them. But on Monday night, Independence night, because Independence is Sunday, so the Monday we are celebrating. Or if we can have all the MPs gathered in one place for Monday night forum. Or if we can have a forum for everybody free to drink, everybody free to lie down, everybody free to do what they want. So now we have to face the reality now. that the rest of the country must be under pressure. Why are you going to sit down and eat and drink and be merry, have big entertainment from Monday, Independence Monday night, big eat, big drink from Monday night, and people and the citizens of this country don't have a problem with that? We must have a problem with that. Then up to yesterday and another person committed suicide. Our suicide rate is very high right now. But you study whether if the woman get boo or she don't get boo? This will reach to in 100 and something, how much days? 120 days. You in office, you studying whether or not if you get boo because they're doing shit. And if they wasn't doing all shit, they wouldn't get boo. The people that are like here, regardless of who, they are like here. But they come there with a mantra to make the former government look bad. They say it's no money, it's no money. You can back you ask for money, you get money. To pay the people in them so that they get money to keep the economy turning over. And what did you do, Kamala? What you do? You shut down people, you shut down URP, you shut down reforestation, you shut down this. Everybody want contract, you send them home, you just send home. If you can't get away, you shut it down. You don't have this, you shut it down. Anything, just shut it down. And nobody's supposed to boo you because you is Camilla. I can't call you auntie, but you're not my auntie. I can't call you mother because it's not my mother. I had to call you a wicked dictator, a person who don't like the poor and the downtrodden in this society. And you're right, if it was a level of popularity that you came into office with, why are you afraid if you get boo? You're supposed to vote it, but you're afraid if you vote it, they will boo you and shout all praises to Penny. You're afraid that? Let me tell you how weak Kamala Persad is as a leader. Because she knows that function, they don't have nothing, no clear thing and no bottle. You can't drink nothing clear. Everybody will see where you're drinking. Kamala Persad must stop with this foolishness. Get down to the business of the people. Get down to the true business of the people and give the people money. The people have no money. And we are going to see more and more people. Let me tell you something. We are going to see more and more people committing suicide in this country. Because this wicked dictator is not about the people. You have a panic button. You can get up in the morning, you eat steak, lamb, jam, and ham. Eh? You can do what you want. You can bathe in a pool. Eh? You can rock back and smoke a weed. Smoke several cigarettes. If things happening, you can go downstairs, down in the basement. And that's where you telling the people that you can send naked and all them protest people out to talk about not independence and all. So what is the pride? What is the pride of not seeing your people who are supposed to be defending your country? Thinking them that Look, that mean I pause not tonight, huh? Not tonight. Yeah. I tell you, I don't know how people will, what prayers, what prayers, what prayers. The people need something to eat. Jesus never tell people to come before him without something in the belly. They had to eat. You can we wanna do. Imagine you have been working for 25 years. But all the staff in agency, they gone home. They gone. Because it was on contract. And when they thought that, all right, well, they working continuously, you know, you tell the people you have you thing to pay a mortgage, you have enough money so you can pay this. You can't afford to pay a mortgage. The banks repossessing people's vehicles, repossessing people's house. After 3 months in office, the amount of people right now have defaulted on their loans is a crying shame. And the banks and them don't want to come out and tell people the truth, but they're coming out now because they realize that right now it's affecting them because the amount of people who used to be getting paid through the banks, they had a small loan, they were paying. But when this whole crisis situation that Kamala Prasad Bisasa and she's wicked minions put this country in, the country right now is in a state. The people and them being put out in the street. They can't afford to pay the rent. My God, what is going on? You know, just today in Port Pain, and I'm hearing a mother, she has 4 children in front of the bank. 4 children in front of the bank. I know she said, so give me a little $20 now, please. I want to make up to pay my rent. They give my eviction notice. I had to pay something on my rent before they evict me. Imagine that. When they take back your house, you know what they're going to do? They're going to give it to the friend, sell your property for next to nothing. Sell your property for next to nothing. That you work hard to hold on to. But that is what they're making people, they want people to become beggars in this country. They want people to become beggars and they must beg. This is what we contribute to. And what you're talking about, or you're studying whether they get boo and all them dotations. This sometimes it is hurt me. It is hurt my heart. It is hurt my heart to know that people begging for is a little work. And you can't get that. They can't get that. They deliberately holding back the money that is in the treasury that is supposed to be spent. They deliberately hold it back. Because they know that they lie to the people and they continue to lie. And the more they lie, the more they lie, and the more they lie, the more they lie, and the more they lie, and the lies keep catching up. Because none of the lies is add up. And they can tell how much spin doctors they want. They can tell how much spin doctors they want. You can't hide the truth. Or you have all the money up there. Because or you want to give all the money to your friends and your family. Contract will be given out without proper procurement. That procurement thing went out the door long time. That procurement thing went out the door long time. So now the common man can't get a contract in this country again. The common man can't get no contract again. If you don't know nobody, don't look for no contract. Because only friends and family and close relatives getting everything. That is why the people of this country should get up. And if all of them who are appointed as the friend and the family and the partner and the daughter and the sister, all right, tell me what to do, you know, but we are there for you. I don't want them to say that I incited nobody, but I ain't incite nobody, but you can go and protest in front of the damn place. How you get it? How you get it? They know what they're doing, you know. But the SOE must come to an end. The SOE must come to an end. Because when the poor people cry, yeah, when the poor people cry, she government done falling. She government already falling. Kamala government done fall before it didn't get off the ground. Because every time Kamala comes into office, the Christmas will be bad, the New Year's will be bad, and for the 5 years will always be bad. Nothing will go right with Kamala Prasad, the sister, and this government. Imagine every one of them resign the party, resign, they give up the position in the party to be an interest in Kamala Prasad government. And now Kamala has joined now with forces with Donald Trump, the madman from the north. She has joined forces with the madman from the north, who eventually is going to invade Venezuela And you instead you keep the peace treaty, instead you stand up and you say you respect the sovereignty of Venezuela, you siding with Trump to invade a sovereign nation. When you do that, Kamala Prasad Bisesa, just be mindful that when you side with a government to invade or to carry out acts of terror on another country, on a sovereign country, just remember that what goes around will come around, you know. Just remember what goes around comes around. And the third person who you want to go in bed with politically and make a secret deal political wise that is not of beneficial to Trinidad and Tobago. Then be careful they don't come back and they come for your country, which is Trinidad and Tobago. You know. Because you're going and you're playing with the dog. America is known to be not a nice place, you know. And they always two-tongued. They always backbiting. They always hitting a deal that's looking too good to be true. And when you take them deals that's looking too good to be true, and they turn back and they bite you and they say, all right, well, they give you permission today, we want to give you more permission now. And they come into your country and they try to take over your country. And you don't have no say in your own country. Because you give up your rights to your country. And then now you're forcing Venezuela. Yes, Mr. Anwar. You're forcing Venezuela to then look at me to say, well, we in collaboration with America, so we are basically now a prime target in this whole big war that's going on. Because we sided with a nation to take over another nation and their wealth. Kamala Prasad Bisesa and those in the UNC was never patriotic. They have never been and they will never be. And you know what will be amazing? Is that people still will go and support the party that has told you bluntly in your face it's about party and not country. And every one of them running in. Every one of them running in to be a part of somebody who telling them it's about country, it's about party over the country. So it just goes to show you that all of them who running in, all the unions, all the so-called hungry poodles, all of them, it just goes to show you that they only care about themselves, their family, their friends, and that's it. To hell with everybody else. And that's why our flag and this country is in a distress. We're sending a distress signal to the international world of what Kamala Prasad, the sector, and a so-called party is doing to this country. You have more judicial killings taking place under Kamala Prasad, the sector, than any other government, and they're hiding it. You have police vehicles being stolen, rented out, and they're killing people in the same stolen vehicle. You have people in your government that collecting money for campaign, you know, in your election, in your 2025 election. And now people want to kill. Now people want to send out their threat to kill a minister in your own government and be not under distress. We have people who were certainly as convicts, you know, known nefarious people who link with gang leaders sitting in our parliament, and our country not under distress. Imagine in Caripeta, let me see if I get it. Imagine in Caripeta, first to tell you, these people and them don't not even patriotic to Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad. They don't love Trinidad, they don't love any part of the Caribbean because you know why? And I'm being real with you. They don't have enough Indians going up the Caribbean. That's Mirage would have said. It don't have enough. It's only Trinidad and Guyana that are the majority. It don't have enough going up to Trinidad, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, all them islands. So they don't care about them islands up there. They help them. That's why Trinidad and Guyana could talk all this foolishness. Imagine that. Trinidad and Tobago represented. Let me see if I get it. I know I download my image. Trinidad and Tobago going to CARICOM to represent CARICOM. Hey, I didn't download it. Going to Trinidad, going to CARICOM. And imagine they put yellow frills at the end of the flag. Imagine that somebody contingent coming out, they wearing yellow jerseys, madness is this. And waving trying to make a flag. I could have spoken of Jamaica. I thought it was Grenadians. It's Trinidadians with yellow shirt with a Trinidad and Tobago flag. In Caripesta. Nobody will degrade the flag like that. Trinidad in distress, I'm telling you, the flag is being flown upside down deliberately. Trinidad and Tobago is under serious duress. This is not a parade like a football club. This is a country. This is Trinidad and Tobago. I don't see that with no other country but this country flag. They don't put anything at the end of the flag. They don't know sports club. I have never seen that in history. But they deliberately put that yellow at the end around the flag. They deliberately do that. I know what I saw. I know what I saw. And I know fully well what I saw. And I know for a fact nobody is putting that on the flag, not the national flag. That is a national flag. And that representing your country. Nobody does that. This is not no chimney or the sports club or this one thing. It has never been done in Trinidad and Tobago. It has never been done, and therefore it should have never been entertained. And people like to defend the foolishness too much. Our thing is red, white, and black, not with no yellow. Because that's the excuse, and that is, and let me tell you something, there's something called symbol. The latest around this kind of symbolism. We will put some yellow around it, make it look like it's gold. Nobody will say nothing. And that is what it was. That is what it was. It was a total disrespect to see how they had our Trinidad contingent and carry festa, and nobody must say nothing about that because they don't write a normal thing. A normal thing for who? America flag and putting that on the flag. Never see that on America flag. Never see that on the England flag. Never will see that on any one of them flag. But they will see that on Trinidad and Tobago flag because some people, yes, they are custom seeing that. Yes, they are custom doing that. Not a national flag. Not when it happens. Not when it happens at national, when it going to represent the country at a national event. No, 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 no. No, 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 not a national flag. And that is why Kamala Prasad, they fully well know what it is they have been doing. They fully well know what it is they're doing. Me fighting nobody, no. Me not trying to fight nobody, no. I'm talking reality here. And I know for a fact that what they were doing, what Kamala Prasad Bissessar and them were doing, is total disrespect to this country. And they will continue to show that disrespect to this country. Because people allow them to do that. And that's why people will stay silent, but I will not stay silent with it. Why should I stay silent with it? They are doing everything to upset the country, to make the country be so upset with them that people right now, you know, they're mad. And they continuously keep showing you that they don't like this thing called red. They don't want to see nothing red. They don't want that. Give them a chance. All they want to see is yellow. And they have said it. They have said it. If they put red on the part, I would not mind. I would not mind. But they deliberately put yellow. And they know what they were doing. They know fully well what they were doing. They know fully well what they were doing. Olympics, they don't do that. They don't do it. And I will defend my country at all costs. Because what Kamala Prasad Bissessar and them want to do, they want to go and lie down in the bed politically with Donald Trump to carry acts of evil. They want to make this country a begging nation. That only certain people will be begging. They want to shut down all the programs so that there's nothing for the youth. You telling me? They want to make sure you can't get no limit. Boy, you know, I'm not defending nothing with these people and them with the madness. Because if people have done talking already, and everybody know what I'm saying is true. Once you don't conform to Kamala Prasad Bissessar and her dotage behaviors with her administration that lacks common sense to run a country, they are going to target you. And I've already made up my mind. I say, okay, come and target me, man. Target me. Because that is all they do. Vindictiveness, wickedness. Look how many young people can't even get a walk in this country. Look how many young people can't get work in this country. You can't get money to represent your country, to go there to represent your country on a national level. You can't even get nothing, not even for emancipation. They made that and all. They want to tell you how to do your thing. And if you don't conform, they are going to deal with you politically. And you mustn't say nothing. Our country is in a serious distress. We are on a distress signal. But I wouldn't doubt it, Because how could you have a confidence? How could you have confidence in a government that is reckless, that does not live up to nothing but its patriotic? Those see foreign investment as a high priority. They don't see nothing to uplift this country more than keep this country in a state of depression. Imagine your country, safety and all. They say they have no money to pay. They have no money to pay. They have no money to do this. They have no money to do that. The worst people to deal with is these UNC people. And that's why you see, when they get into office, all of them who taking up these so-called board appointments, who taking up these board appointments, and knowing for a fact of what the government doing, which is wrong and oppressive to the citizens of this country, the conscience don't be them, Because you know why? They happy, they getting a salary, my children get work, who getting big position as manager in Wasa, supervisor in Wasa, permanent in Wasa. They walking in and they tapping it out, but they saying no money. You don't have your party card, they can't get the work. You don't lick one of them politicians asshole, you can't get the work. Just the other day, I talking to a few women. And you know what most of them was saying? 95% of them was saying this government is trying to force women into prostitution. Force women into prostitution. They can tell them where it reached to. You can't get a work. You can't mind your family. Horn for you. Horn. Because the man who next door who had the little walk, who could give your family, who want to mind your family, because they're looking at your wife, they're looking at your daughter. They're willing to pay to be entertained in order for you to bring home something on that table to feed your family. Imagine that. That is what Trinidad and Tobago is reached to. Our country has to, our country sent out a distress signal. We have to, we under the stress, and the whole Caribbean watching we and saying, but what kind of madness is this? The whole entire Caribbean, even nations outside, watching me and laughing. And we still don't understand this thing. It is really, really, it is getting here, you know. It is getting here. You know why it is getting here? Because every day you're outside there on the ground. Every day you're outside and you're walking and you're seeing what's going on. You hear him with children literally telling mommy, mommy, I'm hungry. And mommy telling them, it's not no money, I no money. I can't buy groceries. Imagine that. Well, let me tell you something. By the time they done play this mind game with people, and they put them in a kind of zone, because the more they play with the people and their mind mentally, and they know how to play them because they have psychologists working with them. They have psychologists working with them on how to play mind game. And the more they play this mind game with the people, is when they will see. Yeah, they play a mind game with people. Is the more they will see. How the people, because they want to see how the people will react. They're not even in control of the east-west corridor. And all these programs, all these things shutting down, and not one person standing up and saying, eh? Not one person. Let me tell you something, but you know, if this was like in the 90s, if this was in the 90s, you'd have seen thousands of people coming out, thousands hitting the street, marching. They didn't business what it was SOE, no SOE, nothing. Because they're hungry. They can't buy the book for the children to go to school. Eh? They can buy the book for the children to go to school. Father Lord, this is madness. This is serious madness. There are more people on welfare today, or more people trying to access welfare today than ever before in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. There are more people today who now have to depend on welfare than ever before in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. Because let me don't mix matters. The government is the largest employer. And if they don't conform to them and the idiotic games that they play with you, the citizens, you're not going to get no work. Imagine you're not even qualified for the work, but you will be given the work. So the person who qualified, who went to school, spent all the years, pay all the money to get a degree legitimately. And I say legitimately because we know plenty of them don't get no degree legitimately. So you now have all your things. You get all your degree, you have all your things. But you can't go in the private sector because plenty of the people in the private sector not hire no trainees. They only hire bennies. Because they know why? They get paid the bennies small money. But they don't want to pay the trainee what he worth. They don't want to pay the trainee what he is worth. And that's the problem. And that is what we had to be encountering in Trinidad and Tobago. That this country is seriously sending out a distress signal. We're sending out a distress signal. We need the international people to see and to hear what this wicked, oppressive government is doing to the people. Imagine you have in this administration alone, in the last 3 months alone, under this administration, you had nearly 40 judicial killings. 40 in this months and something alone. Now you tell me, and why they're trying to get rid of the PCA? Because they don't want David West to investigate and call them out. They don't want no more PCA because why? They don't want nobody to investigate none of these judicial killings in Trinidad and Tobago. Because in their mind, they getting the job done. But with who they getting the job done with? It's only poor people trying to kill him. It's only poor people they're going after. It's only poor people they're raiding. They ain't going after no big wig. They ain't going after people like you. They ain't going after them. And he's still throwing party. He's still throwing party in Family Grande. Imagine that. Imagine you jumping up and waiting and whining with known underworld, but they're picking up all the lesser mortals, carrying them in detention center, but they pick you up and carry you there too. They pick you up and carry you there too. But you jumping up and waiting with the same people that is supposed to be quote unquote targeting government officials. But you jumping and waving and whining with them. And you ain't get a detention order here. You ain't get the detention order here. They could tell you, America is coming to the Caribbean. America going after all the drug runners and the narco and all them things they say, right? But isn't this man was seen with known young personnel? Wasn't this man seen jumping up and waving with people who belong to gang? And if America is coming to the Caribbean to go and invade a man's country, then they have to come looking for some of them ministers too. They have to come looking for some of the ministers here in Trinidad too. Our country is now one of the most corrupted. We must be past the intent to number one now as one of the most corrupted countries and the most corrupted administration ever in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. Because if you can have ministers affiliating themselves with known gang leaders, jumping partying with them too, who get beat out in a car, and the man have contract, and the man have this and the man have that. The sex traffickers, the bribery, scandals, all you name it. The reason why America calling martial law is because of the same thing. The afraid the people come out and tell Trump it's time for you to go. It's the same thing with Kamala. Kamala afraid the people come out and say, Kamala, you're doing shit. Time for you to go. Kamala could be getting senile and we don't know. Kamala could be coming senile. And why you thinking this woman operating normal, no? Imagine that. But we don't have 15 annual. We have 15 Venezuelan cannot the illegal act. We have 15 Venezuelan cannot an illegal act on a sovereign nation, assisting the USA. So we are allowing them. We are allowing them. Kamala Persan Bissessa must not be allowed to continue to carry out this act of terror on the citizens. Because this dictator, Prime Minister that we have in Trinidad and Tobago, this dictator that we have that masking as a Prime Minister is the most dangerous woman we ever seen in the life. This is the most dangerous, senile woman we have running the country. Because today or tomorrow, she can wake up in the morning. Because you know there are some people who suffer from dementia. And she can get up in the morning and say, you know what, Trump, invade them. And then get up the next day and say, you know what, I made a mistake. Kamala must come and tell this nation Kamala must tell this nation what agreement did she sign with America that she pushing this hatred of war against Venezuela. She must come and tell us that. Because now it's Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. We under attack, we under attack. We under attack, Mayday, Mayday. The ship sinking, the ship sinking. Oh boy, try like road for we now. My boy, if jump over, she that. Everybody knows that the UNC is poor negotiators. Poor negotiators when it comes down to business and investment. Boy, well, at least they must come and talk to she. Somebody in the Caribbean needs to call this wicked witch and tell this wicked witch, hey, what shit it is they're doing? Don't allow that to happen. Don't want, retract that. Because we need somebody to talk some sense into this woman. We can't wait on Guyana. Because Guyana don't show me in the bus already. I feel if Moody talk to she might listen to Moody. If Moody talk to she will listen to Moody. This is a serious situation that we find ourselves in now. Imagine the CCT program, but that's it from Mountain. No more CCT program. Whitep has now been reduced to an all-time low staff. I tell you, it's only problems and more problems in this country. I want to ask for your question tonight. I want to ask for your question tonight. I want to hear honest opinion. Do you believe Kamala Prasad Bissessa, if she gets a chance to do it, would send Trinidad and Tobago, tell Trinidad and Tobago, oh, sign any agreement with America for America to now have full reign over our sovereignty? I want to ask for that question. If Kamala get opportunity to give we sovereign nation, if she would do it. Because the way how Kamala operating, because they never like independence. The UNC never liked this thing called independence. And they have always believed, and they still believe in the colonial powers. Yes, they still believe in the colonial powers. Yeah, yeah, you know, up and down in Guyana politics. Only spreading lies and propaganda. Because the way how things are operating right now, well, I don't see how this country going, you know. I don't see how this thing going already, you know. Seriously. I don't see that we're going to be seeing what is going to be coming. And let me tell you, I don't see already. Well, China back in Venezuela, Russia back in Venezuela, and Russia and Venezuela has already sent out a signal for people who in Russia and China and all these countries to come and deal with the oil and all them things. And she has also and also Venezuela has also invited India and all. Brazil saying don't go in and invade the people country. Colombia saying it will affect them because half of the people will run across the Colombia and that will and bring them into the war. Because when you topple a regime, it's chaos will go in the country. Eh? Trinidad and all see that because people will leave in Venezuela to come to Trinidad. And our Coast Guard ain't had the kind of manpower to stand up and be fighting and defending our sea. The army in Trinidad, well, not the army, the so-called little regiment that we have waste that time. So they will be coming to our country, they're going all over the place, Guyana will be invaded. You talk about 30 million people, you know. If 2 million people go back to Guyana alone, at the end of the day, they control Guyana. If 2 million come to Trinidad, that's the day. Oh yes, and it was Kamala Prasad Bissessar who gave Russia no visa access to come to Trinidad. So any Russian can come to Trinidad and set up shop in Trinidad and Tobago. Any Russian can come here and set up shop. So if we kind of shit be under, if you will be under, India right now balling. India right now balling over the tariff that they impose on them. But you won. But you want to stand up with people to invade a sovereign nation. You and Guyana. Because why? There's a closeness because of the Indian, the East Indian tie. People, this is serious business. This is serious business. And we need to really step it up. Step it up in sending out the blog, sending out all the information, telling the government to step back from what it was saying. And back in and telling America to back down. Tell America back down. You're fighting the drug trade, fight the drug trade. But back down from this whole notion of war, because I'm telling you here, Trump told Israel and Iran they're not getting involved in the war. And we woke up one morning and we see only 11 bombs dropping in Iran. And they say, well, they had to send them a little message. Well, if she thinks she roll with the boss, she roll with no boss. If she thinks she's rolling with the boss, she rolling with the boss. Which defense force? What it depends. What it be paying for? What it, what the regiment really be paying for? What internal crowd control? Look, It's a bunch of jokers. It's a bunch of jokers. And that's all Trump wants to do. And Kamala Prasad, Professor, want to go online bed with Trump. Trump looking to put tariff on everybody who using the US dollar. Who using the US dollar, you know? That's what Trump wants to do. Put high tariff, cripple your country, mash up your country. Because why? They tell themselves you need the US dollar. And I think the time has come when Trinidad and Tobago to start to wean themselves off that US dollar and stop being too heavily dependent on the US dollar. And really start looking at opening up the market and stop depending on the US dollar. You have BRIC, you have other currencies. Trinidad and Tobago was supposed to start looking at opening up the market. Let everybody just come, spend your money. Do not have America's, the US dollar as the only and the main dollar in your country. Because when you tie yourself only to America dollar, you're in problem. And that's why they could do it with a one. So we need to wean ourselves off and start looking at other currencies that will benefit us in the long run, and no one person will have no dominancy over your country at no point in time. So people, just before I go, just remember, well, we had to do something, you know. Just remember, PM said, act search about the attorney behind the alleged death threat. So, people, this country will have to make, the people of this country will have to I feel somebody have done a World Cup thing, you know. She's not only old, but our Prime Minister is basically going, apparently, she's going politically senile. People, let me just read some of your comments here while I'm going. I'm reading some of the comments while I was singing one turn to it. If it change again, if it change again, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think Kamala reached a point now in her life where dementia seems to be stepping in and senile seems to be happening. And we can't have a prime minister who seems to be going through them things. But even though we too close Donald Walcott, any country that ties with America to invade Venezuela will be treated as one of the aggressors. Look, I whenever but if she wants to go with a bang, that's the wrong bang to go with. That will be the wrong bang to go with. No, I think she's suffering from that. I think she's suffering from that. So remember tomorrow, tomorrow, World Credit Union heads to the court. The membership of World Credit Union take work board members to court, calling for their special general meeting. And also tomorrow, I believe it's the PNM. PNM is going to have a press conference. Please send us the flyer. Please send us the flyer. And hopefully tomorrow I will be there live. So we will be there and to bring it to you live tomorrow. So I will send the press conference. Let me see what time it is tomorrow. Let me see what time is the press conference tomorrow. Wait a Okay, and now the financial for Eastern Credit Union. So let me just get to hear this. Let me just read it for you before we go. The U.S. government deployed of American military assets into the Caribbean region to destroy the terrorist drug cartel has the full support of the government of Trinidad and Tobago. Due to drug, human, and firearm trafficking, Caribbean countries, and in particular Trinidad and Tobago, have experienced massive spikes in transnational crime, gang activity, murders, violence, and financial crime. Most Caribbean countries, in particular Trinidad and Tobago, have been dealing with out of control crime for the last 20 years. Small island states like ours simply do not have the financial and military resources to take out the drug cartel. Trinidad and Tobago, I'm just fast tracking it here for you. This is Kamala Prasad Biswasan. Trinidad and Tobago government has not engaged and has no intention of engaging CARICOM on this matter. Each member state can speak for themselves on the issue. So if you shouldn't divide CARICOM already, Trinidad and Tobago has been helplessly drowning in blood and violence for the last 20 years. Vice President Van spoke the truth when he mentioned our high murder rate and crime rate. So she thanked the Vice President of America for talking that. Therefore, no amount of Trump derangement syndrome, tantrum, and anti-American propaganda will prevent my government from welcoming assistance to combat the terrorism drug cartel. Other Caribbean countries are free to make their decision because on their best interest of their citizens. Finally, no request has been made by the American government for their military efforts to access Trinidadian territory for their military action against Venezuela regime. Trinidad and Tobago has always had good relations with Venezuelan people, and they will continue. However, I want to make it very clear, if the Maduro regime launches any attack against the Guyanese people or invade Guyanese territory, and a request for access to Trinidad, let me repeat that again. However, I want to make it very clear that if the Maduro regime launches any attack against the Guyanese people or invade Guyanese territory, and a request is made by the American government for access to Trinidad territory to defend the people of Guyana, my government will unflinchingly provide them with that access. May God strength and peace prevail. So that is Kamala Prasad for you. That is Kamala Prasad for you. For the love of liberty, So featuring the Honorable Penalty Banker Government, political leader of the PNM, Saturday, August 30th, 2025, venue City Hall, entrance of street from 5 to 8 p.m. Dress code red, white, or black. Free, free, free. Bring your children and the entire family. So that will be on Saturday. I ain't saying that with no press conference. Eh? I'm not saying that with no with no with the press conference. Yeah, since yeah. Cannabis gone up to 100%. Yeah. We get expensive right now, you know. We get very expensive. So people, I don't think we know what it is in the world. I doubt that. I very much doubt that. But have a blessed night, have a safe night, have a productive night. I want to thank all of you all who came on and logged on. I want to thank you all and for joining us. And remember, if you wish to be a guest on the show, you can send a request to the program director at bounceup.com. Yeah. And soon our lines will be open eventually back again. And also, we want to thank you all for joining our live stream. You understand? If you touch Guyana, imagine that. If you touch Guyana, let it tell you how that woman mad. If you touch Guyana, CNP3 will say 130, 134 Victoria, 134 for the press conference. Okay, let me see. Oh, this is the meeting for Tuesday. This is the meeting for Tuesday. And we will be in Mova on Tuesday. So I'll be rolling into Mova on Tuesday. So you can look out for that. And so we will be bringing you that live on Tuesday. I will be there most perfectly. So again, people, let me just, yeah, so, right. So let me take you out with some music as we go, but I want to play this first.
This is a hell of a betrayal of them people when you will not tell them the truth because you're afraid that if you tell the truth, your bosses will take your job from you. That's a hell of a thing. You don't have a democracy when you don't have a free press. You're all slaves, and you love it. So you deserve what you get, the erosion of your democracy. You'll soon be the laughing stock of the world.
And we will be the laughing stock of the world, and we are the laughing stock of the world because of what Kamala Prasad said and this wicked administration. Is doing to this society. People, let me leave you. Oh my goodness. More and more okay. So let me leave you with some music and to take you out on this Sunday evening. People, have a blessed night. I want to play that, but I'm afraid to play that. I want to play that, but I'm afraid to play that. For me, I use, oh God, you know. I just don't know what to play. There we go.
Cause a friend of me like it like that. Coming on the light like snaking out the grass. One with your fitness in the right back. One with your fitness in the right back. Let me talk cause a friend of me like it like that. Coming on the light like snaking out the grass. One with your fitness in the right back.
Well, I don't have time to beef. Lucky for you, my friend. I in a good spirit. I drink in a good spirits. The vibes right up to the limits. So don't hold me down. Don't fight me down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good spirit. I drink in a good spirits. The vibes ain't crossing a minute. So don't hold me down, don't fight me down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My friend and them couldn't tell you about me. Good people, this good people. We only want love in we circle. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My family couldn't tell you about me. Good people, this good people. We only want love. Well, every man make their choices. I say we make sacrifices. Out the noises, we have to forget the voices. One day we gon' make it. We don't have to fake it. I give you my best, I give you the chain off my neck, I give you my love and respect. But now yeah, the story is you vex with me, like I do you something, like I do you something. When I hear the shout now, is you vex with me, like I do the wrong thing, like I do you something. I in a good spirit. I drink in a good spirits. The vibes right up to the limits. So don't hold me down, don't fight me down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good spirit. I drink in a good spirits. The vibes ain't crossing a minute. So don't hold me down, don't fight me down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My friend and them couldn't tell you about me. Good people, it's good people. We only want love in we circle. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My family couldn't tell you about me. Good people, it's good people. We only want love. Now you bubble and pose like you never do bad. Things where you do, say you never do that. Run for the cream and you never look back. Now money in your pocket, so you're never too sad. Boy, if money make you dance, you'll be dancing forever. To the beat of a drum that never go help you. But now hear the story, is you vex with me, like I do you something, like I do you something. When I hear the show now, is you vex with me, like I do the wrong thing, like I do you something. Oh, it's a good thing. I in a good spirit. I drink in a good spirits. The vibes right up to the limits. So don't hold me down, don't fight me down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good spirit.
formally invite you. Formally invite you to mash up the place with me. We going to get on fire. We come to get on fire. We come here to get on fire. We going to carry on. We have permission to mash up the place. Permission to mash up the place. We get permission to mash up the place. Hey! Oh, oh, oh. Ha! Oh, oh, oh. Say we gonna carry on. Say we gonna fix it up. Say we gonna get on fire. Get on fire tonight. Friday night is my night, baby. You're fretting in pain, causing yourself endless pain. You swell up in a corner, but I ain't gonna make things better. Come Friday night, you know we gon' fix it up. Baby, for sure we gon' fix it up. We gon' make love, but coming to make it up. Do, darling, for sure we gon' fix it up. Oh, my love, hey, bacana, hey, run. When the weekend comes, you don't have to fuss and frown. A little fun is all I am asking, baby. Just a lime in the bun. Make sure you make it noise. Got to ease some tension. Get rid of the week's frustration. By the time I get back home, we gon' fix it down. Baby, for sure we gon' fix it down. We gon' make love, I come in to mix it down. Do, darling, me and you gon' fix it down. Mash it up. Try and understand the situation. You don't have to worry, baby. I just want to free myself. Free myself. Want to unwind myself. And Lego, watch me. I come in to fix it up. Baby, you know we gon' fix it up. We gon' make love, I promise to kiss you up. Do, darling, for sure we gon' fix it up. You gonna get on fire. Pretty don't think that ding, come on, let me fix it.
for a while. Deal with them in a style.
When stars align, greatness outshines all hatred in space and time. So still we rise, with grace and with faith in the morning, with chains and oil. I am the backpack and I'm ready. Rum in the backpack and I'm ready. Promoter done laughing already with a backpack and the heavy you now. They go out to put the job and a payroll. Oil fresh like you they roll. Put the job and a payroll. Oil fresh like you they roll. Put some respect on me name. I don't want to hear. Don't give me that you want to pay. You want to pay. Put some respect on me name. I don't want to hear. Don't give me that you want to pay. You want to pay for them. They can't test the job. We the maddest thing in our festival. You can't miss the flag. I prefer a mask, miss me than I miss a mask. Head bad and I fully charge. Oh, I am a backpack and I'm ready. Rum in my backpack and I'm ready. Promoter done laughing already with a backpack and the heavy on her hand. They go out to put the job and a payroll. I'm fresh like today. Put the job and a payroll. I'm fresh like today. Put some respect on me name. I don't want to hear. Don't give me that you want to pay. You want to pay. Put some respect on me name. I don't want to hear. Don't give me that you want to pay. You want to pay for them.
As the load me up with the oil, everything I just spoil. If I brought back put up the trial. Chop chop, they've been wanting this for a while. Deal with them in a style.
Me head bad and I fully charge. Oh, I am a backpack and I'm ready. Rum in me backpack and I'm ready.